Hi everyone! Ahojte! Do you want to learn all tenses in Slovak language fast? Today in Linguarte we'll explain all of them. Let's jump right in. Začíname. Present tense.
To start, we need to say that Slovak language has different models of verbs, and the rest of the regular verbs are conjugated according to those ones. These models have different endings for each person and are formed according to the non-conjugated form of the verb, called infinitive. The first model is for verbs ending with infinitive in ať. The verb we are using is pozerať, to watch. To begin the conjugation, we need to drop the ending of the infinitive ať, so with pozerať, we would have pozer. After this, we add different endings, then ja pozerám, I watch, ending ám. Ty pozeráš, you watch, ending áš. On pozerá, he watches, ending á. Ona pozerá, she watches, ending á. Ono pozerá, it watches, ending á. This is used for words with neutral gender. My pozeráme, we watch, ending áme. Vy pozeráte, you watch as a plural, with ending áte. Oni pozerajú, they watch, ending ajú. Oni pozerajú, they watch, ending ajú. Other typical verbs from these groups are čítať, to read, mať, to have, poznať, to know someone, hľadať, to find, plávať, to swim. The second model is the verb hovoriť, to speak, ending of the infinitive iť. Then we say ja hovorím, I speak, ending ím. Ty hovoríš, you speak, ending íš. On hovorí, he speaks, ending í. Ona hovorí, she speaks, ending í. Ono hovorí, it speaks, ending í. The plural forms are my hovoríme, we speak, ending íme. Vy hovoríte, you speak. You as a plural form with ending íte. Oni hovoria, they speak, ending ja. Oni hovoria, they speak, ending ja. Other verbs from these groups are robiť, to do, variť, to cook, kúpiť, to buy, učiť, to learn. The third model of verbs is for the ones ending with infinitive, ovať, like študovať, to study. After dropping the ending ovať from the infinitive, we have štud. And then we say ja študujem, I study, ending ujem. Ty študuješ, you study, ending uješ. On študuje, he studies, ending uje. Ona študuje, she studies. Ono študuje, it studies. For the plurals, my študujeme, we study, ending ujeme. Vy študujete, you study, as a plural, with ending ujete. Oni študujú, they study, with the ending ujú. Oni študujú, they study. Other verbs from this group are cestovať, to travel, pracovať, to work, tancovať, to dance, fotografovať, to take a photo, telefonovať, to call. The fourth model of verbs is for the infinitives ending in ieť. For example, rozumieť. After eliminating the ending ieť from the verb, we have rozum, to which we say ja rozumiem, I understand. Ty rozumieš, you understand. On rozumie, He understands. Ona rozumie. She understands. Ono rozumie. It understands. For the plural, my rozumieme. We understand. Vy rozumiete. You understand as the formal. Oni rozumejú. They understand. Oni rozumejú. They understand. Other verbs from this group are trieť, to rub. But how to say the present tense in its negative form? We just need to add the particle nie before each form of the verb. Here are some examples. My neštudujeme. We don't study. Oni nepozerajú. They don't see. Ty nehovoríš. You don't speak. Ja nerozumiem. I don't understand.
Past tense.
In Slovak language, the past tense for regular verbs is formed from non-conjugated part of the verb, called infinitive. The past tense consists of two parts. One of them is the infinitive form of the verb in past tense, and the other part is the verb to be, byť, in the present tense. Let's check the different possibilities. First, we have the verbs with infinitive ending with ať, like pozerať. To conjugate them, we need to eliminate the ending ať in pozerať, then we add the ending al for masculine or ala for feminine. In the singular form, alo for the neutral gender and ali for the plural forms. To this, we need to add the form of present tense of the verb byť, to be, for each different person. Then we say pozeral som, pozerala som, meaning I watched. We need to add the forms of the verb to be except for the third person. So, pozeral si, pozerala si, you watched. Pozeral, pozerala, he or she watched. Pozeralo, it watched. For the plural, as mentioned, we need the ending ali for the verb. Then we have pozerali sme, we watched. Pozerali ste, you watched. Pozerali, they watched. Something very important to notice is the position of the second part, the verb to be, byť. It changes when it has other words before or not. For example, to say I watched, we could say pozeral som. The position of som is after pozeral because there are no other words before pozeral. But if we have one word before pozeral, the word som also needs to be before pozeral. For example, ja som pozeral. Another example can be, but I watched a video. Ale som pozeral video. Here we need to put the word som before pozeral because we have the word ale, but before the verb. It follows the same rule for the rest of the persons and types of verbs in the past tense. Then, ty si pozeral, on pozeral, my sme pozerali, vy ste pozerali, oni pozerali. But how to say the past tense in the negative form? It's very easy. We just need to add the particle nie to the main verb. The rest of the previous rules apply in the same way. So we say nepozeral som. Ja som nepozeral. Nepozeral si. Ty si nepozeral. Nepozeral, nepozeralo. Nepozerali sme. My sme nepozerali. Nepozerali ste. Vy ste nepozerali. Nepozerali. The second type of verbs in past tense is the one ending with infinitive, iť. For instance, hovoriť. After eliminating the ending iť, in this case hovoriť, we add the ending il for masculine or ila for feminine in the singular form. Ilo for neuter gender and ili for the plural forms. Just like in the first group, we add the forms of present tense of the verb byť, to be, except for the third person. Then saying, hovoril, hovorila som, I spoke. Hovoril, hovorila si. You spoke. Hovoril, hovorila. He, she spoke. Hovorilo, it spoke. Hovorili sme, we spoke. Hovorili ste, you spoke as a plural. Hovorili, they spoke. The third case is for the verbs with infinitive ovať, just like študovať, to study. This follows the model of pozerať. So we drop the ending ať of the verb and add the same endings for the first type of verbs. Al, ala, alo, ali. Študoval som for masculine, študovala som for feminine, I study, študoval, študovala si, you study, študovala, he or she studied. Študovalo, it studied for neutral gender, študovali sme, we study, študovali ste, you study as plural, študovali, they study.
Future tense. In order to form the future tense, we need to distinguish between two types of verbs, perfective and imperfective. You can check this video about the perfective and imperfective verbs to understand the difference in details. Broadly speaking, we can say perfective verbs are used to express an ended action and imperfective verbs are used to describe ongoing actions or habits. The perfective verbs can only be used in past and future. First, we'll describe how to form the future of imperfective verbs. To create this, we just need to use the verb být, to be, in future tense plus the corresponding infinitive form of the imperfective verb. The verb být in future is as follows. Ja budem, I will. Ty budeš, you will. On, ona bude, he or she will. My budeme, we will. Vy budete, you plural will. Oni, oni budú, they will. Then to say I will wash the car, you can say ja budem umývať auto. Another example is they will clean the house, oni budú upratovať dom. Now, how to form the future of the perfective verbs? Just as we mentioned, this type of verbs uses their regular form, meaning a finished action in the future. Therefore, there is no need to add or change anything. For example, she will wash the car, ona umie auto. I will send an email, pošlem email. There is one irregularity with the verb ísť, to go, since its future tense is like this. Ja pôjdem, I will go. Ty pôjdeš, you will go. On, ona pôjde, he or she will go. My pôjdeme, we will go. Vy pôjdete, you plural will go. Oni, oni pôjdu, they will go. Conditional tense.
First of all, we need to understand when to use the conditional forms. It is used to express wishes, advices, or petitions in a polite way. It corresponds to the form would in English. In the Slovak language, the conditional tense, it is formed from the past tense. To this, we need to add the particle be to the form. Let's go step by step. Remember that in Slovak language we form the past tense adding the ending el, al, il to the infinitive form. Also, we need to put the verb to be in a present tense, then form the infinitive písať. We would say písal som, písal si, písal, písali sme, písali ste, písali. In order to create a conditional form, we need to add the particle be after the infinitive form in past tense. Then, písala by som, I would write. Písala by si, you would write. Písala by, she would write. Písali by sme, we would write. Písali by ste, you would write, plural. Písali by, they would write. It's important to notice that if we have one word before the verb, then the position of the particle and the verb to be is placed before the verb. Thus, ja by som písal, ty by si písal, ona, on by písal, my by sme písali, vy by ste písali, oni by písali. This same rule applies with other regular or irregular verbs. Bola by som or ja by som bola, I would, šla by som or ja by som išla, I would go. Mohol by si or ty by si mohol.
Thank you very much for studying all the tenses with us. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions about any of the tenses. Continue practicing Slovak with other of our videos and don't forget to subscribe. Bye! Ciao!